Hi, welcome back to the channel, FIFA Mobile. Alright, happy to share if you reached 1.2 billion milestone, and of course you claimed it 110 goalkeeper. I'm going to share you right now. Alright, so you got that keeper from the past itself, so you can see extremely good stats, but unfortunately the skill boost is not the one that I have, so probably will not be using him and put him in exchange later on. So checking out the other things we could do from the quest. I mean, you do understand that there's this flashback currently. I've showed you previously in my previous video how to get the numbers of players, the 6 numbers of PSG and Real Madrid players, and then with that you keep on doing it, and you'll be just be able to get your player really soon, right? So that's what you intend to do. Go ahead and do make sure you have the required players. Create a new lineup. You can see just now I've created a lineup called F, and currently I'm fitting in the players that I have before we go ahead and do the quest. So first I'll do my requirement, which is the PSG requirement, and then subsequently I'll do the Real Madrid one. There are easier ways to complete the 15 wins in terms of those matches, which is the daily affairs that you're going to do every day, be it a TOTS or a League Tour or any other matches itself. So if you're thinking of getting it done in the manager mode, I think it's a bit tough, so I'm not going to waste time on the manager mode instead. So quite lucky today in the coin packs, we get 10 million, and that's where we achieve 1.2 billion. All right, so that's the remember to do it, the exchange there for the division rewards tokens for those millions of dollars you can earn from it. 30 chances of that. So here it is, the TOTS challenge. This may be quite dreadful sometimes if you do not pass it. So just be careful here. If you can't pass it, just go to close the app and redo it again. Alright, so I'm going to show you all the matches, be it the semi-finals or the final H2H as well. So in the semi-finals itself is against Real Madrid. Make sure you put in their good players and of course the appropriate subs as well. So in this skill game, just now you saw the bowling. Just gotta keep trying. If you can't get it right, just close the app as I mentioned early. Likewise, this is the same. If you can't cross this match, you guys gotta close the app and restart again. Do not waste it, because you need that retry chance in the H2H, because in H2H you can't do the same because people will keep on playing and we record it as one loss. So just bear this in mind. Use that retry on the H2H, but in the skill game and this semi-final match against the system, you can close the app and it's not counted as one loss. Alright, so just got to bear this in mind. So with that, I think 1-0 already, we are there to win, and as long as we secure this attack, we should be good. So the other thing about H2H is sometimes depending on luck, but I think more importantly, you must put in your best players as subs, especially if you don't have good TOTS players to use in the first place, because it means that your lineup to the main lineup is quite weak. So you're going to sub it straight away at the start of the H2H. But if you have really good team as a TOTS player, then doesn't really matter at all. So just something to share with you. In this Real Madrid match is a bit AI rigged, so just make sure you're going to put in your really good players at the start of it, so eventually playing it wouldn't be that difficult, unless I understand that sometimes, you know, it's all depending on luck, and of course more importantly is persistency of doing this cross spam. It's against the AI, which is quite unfair, so go ahead and do the unfair thing against the AI. So here we are getting a 3-1 already. I think we secured this win, definitely no issue. 90 minutes is the end soon. Then we move on to the H2H match against a real player. So with that, we've secured a win, and we got our rewards here, some coins and skill boosts. I think it's very important, skill boost especially. And this is the final. We got a world class 2 opponent. Quite lucky here, but apparently looking at the stats, it seems like it doesn't look like a world class 2. It's a bit strange. I don't know why. Probably because they have the bug which allows them to claim all the UTS players at the start of the floor of this event, which this EA made a big mistakes by allowing people to claim lots and lots of the UTOTS players with the 20 TOTS token pack. So probably because of that, all opponents have a very strong team, but it's reflective that they are not of the higher class, which they are only currently at world class in the H2H. Probably just means that, right? So again, looking at the skills itself, it doesn't seem like a seasoned player, but nonetheless, I think you have a very good team here. So what's going to happen? It could be pay to win as well. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, more importantly, we're just going to win a goal against the opponent, and then as long as we defend that win, we will get the extra million. I think million 1.2 or roughly 1.5. I can't recall the reward there from this challenge. So we'll come to that later on. Um, as for the FIFA Mobile TOTS, if you are really into UTOTS, I urge you not to spend a lot of coins in buying the required players. Probably the players will get cheaper after the whole event ends, and even maybe higher OVR players will be released subsequently. So bear this in mind. The amount you're going to spend in the market to buy required players is really exorbitant. So this is not something you should be doing. I think the rate of the UTS going is a bit crazy because I've never seen a UTS with such lousy exchange rates. So not only you required to do the points, you require a huge number of those players requirement, which cost a lot, especially asking for 110 and above to be as part of that exchange itself. So the player opponent has given up after 2 goals. I think that's very common. People just stop playing. Because of that, it just means that the whole match get easier sometimes because there's no real player in control. I was just able to snatch the ball at the onset, and then very quickly we'll try to score another one. But sometimes the system AI is quite strong as well. So just bear this in mind. As long as you're fighting against the system AI, if you lost the match, you close off the app. It's not counted. All right. So this is when the opponent disconnected. Otherwise, even you win or you actually lost, you think of disconnecting and close off the app. It doesn't work as long as the opponent is in connect. All right. So this is gonna bear this in mind again. How to achieve a win in the TOTS challenge, which is to close the app for the first two, which is the skill game and the semifinals, but never for the final, unless if you're losing and you can see here the opponent has been disconnected, then you can go ahead and do that, and this whole match will be disregarded and you're not considered as lost. So this is something you gotta just bear in mind. So with another 40 minutes to go, I think we've secured this win for sure with 3-0. So definitely no issue. You're gonna get that 1 point, maybe 2 or 5 million reward plus skill boost, which is more important. Getting skill boost upgrades is relatively expensive as you move upwards. Like for example, I know from the 18 to 19 is 5 million. Probably 19 to 20 is 7.5 million per upgrade. So it is really expensive. You can make sure you get players of the same skill boost. I think that's important, so that if one upgrades, you may be upgrading for a few players. So this is something you got to bear in mind. Band the players together of the same skill boost and only get those players for your lineup. So that will help. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. There are multiple different players, different playing maybe as a striker, definitely different from a defender. So try to get maybe just cluster it to the role that they're playing or the position they are in. Like for example, defending role or so-called defenders role. You just make sure that all of them are using the same, like defending, for example. Then in the striker itself, if it's second striker, then make sure both are second striker if you have two STs, or even the long shots or something like that for the RM and LM, both must be of the same. So this is where you can save coins, and this is something that goes a long way. But again, as you progress further, you may be exchanging players that are relatively cheaper than the rest, and they maybe have a unique skills altogether. So these are the things you're going to juggle. End of the day, if you want to calculate, if you're bringing in a cheaper player but it doesn't have that skill boost, you're going to calculate the amount you're going to invest into bringing that skill boost upwards. All right, so this is something you're going to bear in mind. It's not just comparing the base price of purchase or not. Okay, so with that, we have completed this as 4-0. and we have won that reward, and we completed the day's UTOTS challenge. More importantly, I think if you're looking into getting the required players, I hope you could watch my previous video and then queue for the players, and that's where you can get cheaper players rather than buying straight from markets. Alright, thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe, and I wish you good luck in the TOTS challenge. Goodbye.